Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Major League Baseball, Tuesday, August 20th. We got a slate of games going for you today. So let's get heavily invested. Let's get. How about we get started with some stuff? All over the board already. First of all, if you're new to our show, welcome. Secondly, we fade or follow 4 teams, and that's where we place bets in those games. Due to the amount of games and the amount of days, unfortunately, there's not 40 hours in a day, or not 6 of me be able to do this. So we do fade or follow the 4 Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. Is where we place our money. We will give you bets though in every one of the games out there. So if you have a game that you love or your team, we'll give you some options for them as well. So let's get started, shall we? 6:40 Eastern Time, 3:40 out here in Phoenix. Diamondbacks, Marlins. All right, so we are recording this actually before Monday games get going here on this as well. So do apologize, as we will not have the Monday stats to throw at you here on that one. But Diamondbacks, what do we got going here? We're Eduardo Rodriguez versus Cabrera. Cabrera's been the best starting pitcher for the Marlins. He's got pretty nasty stuff. I would not call it his best outing, his last time out as well. So, I mean, he's still working his way back from injury, right? So he pitched, didn't pitch in June, pitched a little bit in April and May. July, his ERA was a little stout at 6. His ERA in August much better so far at 3.3, and that's even with giving up 6 runs in his last outing in 4 innings. The 2 outings before that in August against Atlanta and San Diego, 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs. In that one there. So, I mean, he definitely had a couple better outings, but did have at Philly, that ballpark, if you're not deadly accurate, that ballpark can cost you a lot of runs very quickly, to put it to you that way, pretty easily. So, if we really look at this one here, Diamondbacks are $1.50 favorite with Eduardo Rodriguez pitching. Okay. On the road, what the hell has Eduardo done? Let's go with nothing so far this season. First of all, 4 years, $80 million, and he doesn't even pitch till August. So, I mean, once again, the Diamondbacks overpaying a little bit, as they did for Jordan Montgomery as well. He's been a disaster, but we'll get into that one at a different time, I guess. Rodriguez's numbers. Cleveland and Colorado's who he faced, 5 2/3, 3 runs. And against the Rockies at home, 5 innings, 3 runs. I mean, I don't know how you don't like the same kind of hear from him on this one here. So if we take a look at this game here, and the total at 7.5, here's over 4. If it's at 3.5 for the front 5 total, like that one there. Also, Ketel Marte probably going to be out again. Cabrera's pitched pretty well. Marlins plus a half front 5. Marlins plus a half front 3 if you have books that have the first 3 available. DraftKings would be one of those places if you're looking for that. That's how we kind of put Marlins plus 1.5 for the game. Diamondbacks don't quit. They will keep coming back at you. But early in that game, I think Cabrera and the Marlins can take care of business when it comes against Eduardo Rodriguez. Also, maybe over for the game as well. That Diamondbacks bullpen is god-awful. They thought they might have had something figured out. They don't. And the Marlins bullpen's not that strong either. And a total only at 7.5. I think we should see some scoring in that game. So to go over those bets one more time, Marlins plus a half front 5, front 3. Also over 3.5, front 5, over 7.5 total in that one as well. Next game up. 3:45 out here in Phoenix, 6:45 Eastern Time. We got the Rockies and the Nationals, Gomber versus Hurts. So we do like the Rockies normally at home, plus some runs. When it gets to the road, this is where we definitely differ here. Even though the Nationals are $1.40 favorite, I'm not going to be hesitant here, to be really honest. We like the Nats at home. Nats minus a half front five. Nats money line for the game. Nats minus 1.5. And James Wood maybe a little bit of action here. And Yepes both going against the left-hander. Look at some if you're looking for some batter props in that one as well. Next game up. We've got 4:05 Eastern Time. Yankees, Guardians. So Yanks coming off the Skubal loss, and necessarily they did all right against Skubal and the Tigers. Just the bullpen gave it up late on that one. Losing that game. They're going against the Guardians. Tough one here. Left-hander and Boyd. They go against another left-hander. Not necessarily their strength, as well as when you're looking at the Orioles. The top two teams in that East Division both struggle against lefties. Now, they do have guys that can hit the ball against the left-handers. I mean, Aaron Judge, obviously, right, for the Yanks. Gill is going there against Boyd. Gill in his last few starts, he's been kind of, how do I put this, all over the board lately. So, 4 innings, 4 runs, 5 innings, no runs, but he threw 110 pitches, had 5 walks. And then you get back to July, his previous starts before that, 5 1/3, 3 runs, 5 1 run, 6 1 run, so it was decent through July. ERA was in the 3s, right? June was horrible. April and May he was electric, on that one there. Or at least May he was electric. We'll put it to you that way. Had a fantastic May. His ERA in May was under 1. But it starts lately, nothing to speak of that gets you really excited out of your chair in this one. This game being in New York, I think, does help. They do play better at home, as most teams do, right? Yankees, though, are about $1.60 favorite here. Not in love with that line at all. So what do you kind of play here? I think you got to play the Guardians plus a half a run front 5. Now, the Yankees are finally facing a team that actually has something to play for as well. So maybe they just don't pitch to Judge and Soto every damn time. They figure out a way to maybe, gingerly walk those guys. Seriously? Like, why are you letting the 2 dudes that can beat you in the lineup beat you on a consistently basis? Well, the Yankees been playing a bunch of teams that have nothing to play for, so what the hell do they care? The Guardians do. The Guardians have a legit shot to win the American League and host everything at home. I think you're going to find this series pretty interesting overall. But Guardians plus a half a run front 5. Guardians plus 1.5 for the game. And sprinkle probably a shade on the Guardians money line as well. Next game up, 4:07 out here in Phoenix, 7:07 Eastern Time. We've got Cincinnati and Toronto. The Blue Jays, another team that has absolutely nothing to play for, as well as the Reds. Now, the Reds got absolutely smoked. I believe it was 28-3 in that series at home against Kansas City. Oh my God, they scored 1 run every game for 3 games, gave up 13, 7, and 8. They got hammered. Left-handed pitchers went through there. Hunter, I don't know who's starting this game. No starter announced. If it's Hunter Green, which we don't know if it's going to be or not, this does change a few things, right? If it's Hunter Green, all of a sudden we like the Reds, but the line's also going to change quite a bit. Berrios, not my favorite guy to back for the Guards. I'm not the Guards, the Blue Jays. But Vlad Guerrero, 2+ total bases. I expect the Reds maybe to score some runs. Berrios does give up the long ball. Give us the Reds plus a half a run front 5. Plus Vlad, 2+ total bases in that one. L.A. De La Cruz, also 0 for 2 against Berrios lifetime. Even though he's 0 for 2, might like that one a little bit there as well. I will say this, Ty France for the Reds is 6 for 12 off of Berrios lifetime. So some interesting stuff there as well if you're looking for some batter props on that one. Now, next game up. We got what? At 4:10 out here in Phoenix, 7:10 Eastern Time. We've got Orioles-Mets game 2 of this set. Dean Kremer, Jose Quintana. This is another left-hander that the Orioles are going to have to go against. Do not like them against left-handers. The offense has been choppy to begin with, but against left-handers, they seem to struggle. all of a sudden that Gunnar, Cowser, Holiday, guys they're not necessarily like completely neutralized, but hit at a lot less rate. Santander flips over. Santander flips over. He seems to be okay. Rushman, who normally would be a left-handed killer for him, has struggled, except for one home run here as of late. But they've had troubles, to be polite, in that one there. We're going to go with the Mets. Let's give you a rundown of all these bets again. Mets, money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Mets over the team total. Mets money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Then we got Frankie Lindor and JD Martinez. We're on both of these guys here. Lindor, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. JD Martinez, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Both those guys have good success off of Kramer Lifetime as well. So one more time, Mets money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Mets over their team total. Mets money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Frankie Lindor, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. JD Martinez, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up, 7:20 out here, out east, 4:20 in Phoenix. We've got Phillies Braves. No starter announced yet for the Braves. Zach Wheeler going for the Phillies. And the Phillies are barely a favorite here. It's not going to be Chris Sales. He just pitched. It's not going to be Morton. So we're probably facing one of the kids. And to be really honest, with Zach Wheeler pitching the way the Braves have struggled to hit, give us the Phillies in this one. -0.5 from 5. Phillies money line. Phillies minus 1.5 for the game. And Braves, if the team total's at 4.5, definitely under. 3.5 might stay away, but I don't think we're going to see it at 4.5. Probably 3.5 is where the number's going to lie. And you still, 3.5 might be a slight unit play under the 3.5 team total for the Braves. Next game up, 4:45 out here in Phoenix, 7:45 Eastern time. Brewers and the Cardinals. Fetty, who has not pitched well for the Cardinals yet, right? I thought this was one of the sneaky kind of pickups the Cards did. Unfortunately, the Cards have absolutely just struggled their rear end off, right? Here's the 3 starts so far for Fetty. 5 runs, 5 innings, 5 runs, 5 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 4 runs. He played the Cubs, the Rays, and the Reds, not necessarily the 3 behemoths offensively. Since joining the Cardinals, had a 5.6 ERA so far in those 3 starts. A little disappointing is an understatement. I thought when they picked him up, his ERA with the White Sox, round 3, solid starting pitcher. I thought they got one of the cheapest ones they could find there. Going against Frankie Montas, who with the Reds was god-awful, and all of a sudden now with the Brewers, he looks like almost, I wouldn't say an absolute reversal, but a changed man. I mean, let's really go through this. He's got 3 starts. He's went 5 innings, 3 runs, 4 innings, 3 runs, and 5 innings, no runs. So his ERA under 4 since he joined the Brewers, and he was in the 5s with the Reds. So going in this game here, Cardinals are a $1.34 favorite. I'm not sure how you could play the Cardinals as a favorite against anybody at the moment. So give us the Brewers plus a 0.5 run front 5. Brewers plus 1.5 for the game. Brewers money line. Also, Jackson Chourio might not be a bad play there. Let's see. Let me see who else here. Rice Hoskins has had good success against him. Joey Ortiz has had good success. Tarang's had good success. Chourio hasn't faced him as of yet. William Contreras also has a couple home runs off of Fetty. There's all kinds of batter options I think you can play with there, but definitely like the brouhahas in that one. Next game up, Detroit and Chicago. We are going to be in this game. Unfortunately, there is no line as there's no starting pitcher announced for either side. In that one, it is in Chicago. The Cubs were an absolute disaster on Sunday. 4 hits, no runs against the Blue Jays. Come on. Really? Okay. like I said, disaster. Make sure you do check out our Google Sheets, which you can find on our TikTok and YouTube channel pages. As well, at the end of every episode on YouTube, you'll be able to catch all those Cubs bets once we have some starting pitchers announced in that one. Next game up, 8:05 Eastern Time, 5:05 here in Phoenix. Pirates, Rangers, Mitch Keller, Corey Bradford. Okay. I guess let's have some fun with this one, shall we? Mitch Keller, we love. Bradford, the left-hander. Okay. Starting pitching wise, this is a definite huge advantage here for the Pirates, and they're plus 120. So we're going to eliminate just to the front five here, take the Pirates plus a half run front five. This thing could be 0-0 at 5, which works out well if you're plus a half a run for the Pirates. I kind of want to take the back end of this thing out. And to be really honest, we're just interested why Keller's in the game. So plus a half run front five there for the Pirates. Rangers could win that thing. Normally they're going to have to do it late, get to that Pittsburgh bullpen. Next game up, 5:10 out here in Phoenix, 8:10 Eastern Time. Red Sox, Astros, game 2 of the set, Pivetta and Blanco. We kind of mentioned this in the last game. We just watched Houston play a shit series against the White Sox, right? So they haven't been anything, but they still get wins. They always seem to play better against the better teams, though, right? So, I mean, it's like we just think the Astros got enough in this one. That Red Sox offense is tricky. They can either put up a bushel full of runs or they have to struggle to score here. Going against Blanco, we'll take the Stros, money line front five, Stros money line for the game in that one there. Next game up, 5:10 out here in Phoenix, 8:10 Eastern Time. Royals and the Angels. Cole Reagans, Tyler Anderson. Reagan's fantastic outing his last time out, seemed to straighten it out. Game 1 hasn't went off yet. We kind of expected Seth Lugo to continue his troubles in Game 1. We'll see if that happens here, but that game's going on a little bit later today as we record this. We do love Reagans in this one. We've loved him all year. He's been a very solid ace for the Royals and led their staff off well. Royals are about a $1.90 favorite here, so just keep that in mind, but we'll give you all the plays we've got. Royals money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over the team total. And by the way, the Royals do hit left-handed pitching well. And going against Anderson, that's another opportunity there. Royals minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Bobby Witt, home run, double over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. Miguel Garcia, home run, double over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. One more time. Royals money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over their team total. Royals minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Bobby Witt, home run, double over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. Miguel Garcia, home run, double over, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. Next game up, we have Tampa Bay and Oakland. Boz versus Estes in this one. So Tampa Bay, impressive series against the Diamondbacks, sweeping those at home. Now they hit the road. Boz has pitched well. Estes, but when you're looking at offenses, definite advantage A's. The A's have some dudes that can rake. JJ Bleday, Lawrence, Butler, Andujar, and Rooker. And throw Langeliers into the mix. Seth Brown, when he's hit, he's go through streaks as well. I'll be really honest here. I love Boz, but I on the road, Tampa Bay being a favorite, I'll take the plus a half a run with the A's. Even this is going to have to be a mash contest. So if you normally like the A's, here's the easiest way to play them. Over their team total, which would probably be 3.5. Is the way you should play them. If you like the A's, they're going to have to score in order to win. They are not going to win 1-0 games with this pitching staff, right? So A's over the team total there at 3.5. We love it. A's plus a half, front 5. Also over 3.5 or 4 for the front 5 if they're going to get rocking and rolling that one. Next game up, 6:40 as well out here in Phoenix. 9:40 Eastern time. Minnesota, San Diego. Bailey O'Bear versus Mr. Perez. Perez has not been necessarily the best pickup for the Padres. And this one here, O'Bear's pitched better as of late, to say the least. In this one, it's about a toss-up game right here. Twins money line front 5. We like that one quite a bit. Royce Lewis in this one. Like him for a lot of stuff for the Twins. Jose Miranda as well in that one as well. And like the Twins to win this game overall. Next game up, 6:45 out here in Phoenix, 9:45 Eastern time. White Sox Giants. We've got Robbie Ray pitching for the Giants against Martin for the White Sox. I think the Giants are going to win here, guys. I mean, we're not going to break any ground by saying that the White Sox are going to lose. Here's the problem, is the Giants and Robbie Ray are a 250 favorite. No, thank you. Ain't no way on God's green earth. Even when Robbie Ray was winning a Cy Young, I can play him at a $2.50 favorite. Ain't no way. So, Giants minus 1.5 front 5, or if you want to play a minus a half run front 5, and pray Robbie Ray don't blow up. Giants minus 1.5 and 2.5 for the game, but I'm not playing them minus 250. If I'm going to get beat, I'll get beat with less vig because they just didn't score enough runs. And the last game of the day, 7:10 out here in Phoenix, 10:10 Eastern time. Mariners-Dodgers, game 2 of the set. We went over yesterday for, obviously the Dodgers game hasn't went off when we're recording this one. Game 1, we loved Woo, and we loved it because we thought he could beat Gavin Stone. Now, pitching advantage in this one is definitely the Mariners' way, with Miller going against Walker Buehler. We said this in the last Walker Buehler start. They're gonna have to outmash people right now when Walker Buehler starts. He has not been good. I understand the Mariners' offense is not spectacular as well. I'm well aware of that. But this is another game here. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to roll with the Mariners in this one. I just think the Mariners can score some runs off of Buehler, and that might be all it takes to win this damn game. So Mariners money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Mariners over their team total. Mariners money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. So we're also going to have some Buehler props here. They will probably be under strikeouts, over earned runs allowed, and probably under innings, under outs recorded as well. But those are not available as yet. Haniger home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Victor Robles home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And like I said, we'll probably have those Buehler props as well, so make sure you do check out the Google Sheets that we mentioned before. Mariners money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Mariners over their team total. Mariners money line first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Haniger home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Robles, same thing, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. All right, so we just went through a ton of bets. How do you get to check those out? No problem at all. We've got them posted in multiple spots online for you to take a look. YouTube, TikTok, channel pages as well. At the end of every episode on YouTube, it is docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link. Go to 2024 baseball. If you want to see these bets, scroll down to August 20th. You'll be able to see every individual bet, what juice we got them at, how many units we took, and also what book we ended up placing those at. So make sure you check those out when you get some time. Well worth your time doing that. Definitely recommend it. As you're going to see everything in black and white as we bet in value. We have a lot of plays, so the easiest way to follow along. Do you like the content that you're seeing and want to see some more? That's really easy to do. All you have to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on. And we'll show up in your follower subscriptions tab when a new episode of Bets drops like this one here. And if you want to make life even easier than that to find us, turn on the notifications for that social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of Bets. Give you plenty of time to match us up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. Also, we have tons of promo bonus bets to give away. from our partners to you. You can also find those same multiple spots online, TikTok and YouTube channel pages. It is that's bit.ly/sportsbetsforfree-BH. Click on that link. It'll automatically default to the state that you're in. If sports wagering is not legal at sportsbooks, I almost guarantee that you have fantasy sites available where you can wager on hits, runs, RBIs, things, two bases, all that kind of stuff as well. So check that out. Also, online casinos as well. We've got partners there to give you a bunch of bonus bets to give away for small deposits. So please take advantage of the extra do-re-mi in your account. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.